right, today is SBAC Review Day 2 video, going over some more of the release questions from old SBAC tests. All right, Alyssa has surveyed her classmates to determine how many miles they live from school. The results are shown in the histogram below. Remember, this is a histogram because we are measuring intervals of numbers. In other words, this is 0 to below 2, 2 to below 4, 4 to below 6, 6 to below 8, and 8 to below 10. A little messed up because I had to do screenshots to get the pictures onto Word. Determine whether each statement about the data is true. Select true or false for each statement. The shape of the data is skewed right. So remember, being skewed is actually the opposite of what you think. So this looks like it's skewed left, which means it actually is skewed right. So this is true. If it was mostly on this side, which is the right, it would be called skewed left. The median of the data values is between 4.0 and 5.9. So I'm going to come down here, or over here, and I'm going to rewrite my intervals. I'm sure you can see this. And 8.0 to 9.9. All right, so I've got 5 that fit in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4.0, I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing here, and only 1 here. All right. So if I'm going to find the median, remember that's just the center of the data when the numbers are in order. Well, they're already in order, so I just need to find the center. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 numbers, which means my median is going to be between number 10 and 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So here's my median, or my Q2. So my median is going to be between 2.0 and 3.9. We don't know what the number actually is. We just know it's in here. And so the question says the median falls between 4.0 and 5.9. That is false. My interquartile range of the data values. So remember, interquartile range is Q1 minus Q3. Q3 minus Q1. Upper quartile minus lower quartile. So my upper quartile, if we start from our median, is just the middle of the data to the right. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I can either cross back and forth, or I could realize it's between the 5th and the 6th X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is my Q3, or my upper quartile. My lower quartile, which is also known as Q1, is just the middle of the data to the left of the median. So it's going to be between the 5th and 6th X. So here we have Q1. So all I know is that it's going to be one of these numbers minus one of these numbers. And it wants to know that if it's greater than 6. Well, the biggest that this possibly could be is 5.9. So is there any way that this minus this could be greater than 6? No, not possible. Next one, Paul could play 16 songs on his guitar. He learned some new songs. Now he can play 23 songs. In the first box, enter an equation to represent the number of new songs, S, that Paul learns. In the second box, enter the number of new songs represented by the S in the situation. All right, so we're going to write an equation. First, he knew 16 songs. Then he learned some more. So he added S number of songs to how many he knew, and it gave him, now he can make 23 songs, or now he can play 23 songs. So 16 plus however many songs he learned is 23. This one, it just wants to know what the number of new songs is, so I would just do 23 minus 16, which is 7. So S is 7. The new number of songs that he learned was 7. A quiz contains history and geography questions. The ratio of history questions to total questions is 4 to 5. So remember, it says history first, so 4 is the history. It says total questions second, so this is total questions is 5. Select all the statements that are true about the quiz. The ratio of total questions to history questions is 5 to 4. So let's look up here. Total questions 5, history questions 4. So yes, this is true. The ratio of history questions to geography questions is 4 to 1. Okay, so if we know that there's only history questions and geography questions, there's a total of 5 questions, 4 of them are history, that must mean that one of them has to be geography. So if we have history at 4, geography must be 1, because it has to have a total of 5. So the ratio of history questions to geography questions is 4 to 1, yes. There is one more history question than geography question. Clearly no. Okay. Moving on. Consider the inequality x greater than negative 1.5. So remember, whichever side, this, you can pretend this is like a little Pac-Man or an alligator or whatever, and it's always eating the bigger one. So this actually reads as x greater than negative 1.5. So I'm going to draw what that looks like. Here's 0. Here's negative 1.5. We know that it is greater than 1.5. Greater is always to the right. So this represents greater than 1.5. I have an open circle because it doesn't include 1.5. If it said x greater than or equal to negative 1.5, I would have colored this dot in. All right, so determine whether each value of x makes this inequality true. Select yes or no for each value. So if I put in negative 2.5 as my x, would that be greater than negative 1.5? Let's see. Where's negative 2.5? Here's negative 2.5. Looks to me like it's actually smaller, so this is not true. 15. Is 15 greater than negative 1.5? Yeah, 15 is way out here, so it definitely is bigger. 4 is over here, so it's bigger. Negative 2 would be here, so it's actually smaller because you go left to get to it. And 0.2 goes here, so it is to the right of negative 1.5, so it is greater. Next one, consider the points plotted on the number line. Select true or false for each statement about the points on the number line. Okay, the value of point A, here's A, is less than negative 3. Well, where's negative 3? Let's see. If this is negative 1, negative 2, negative half, negative 1, negative 1.5, negative 2, negative 2.5, this is negative 3 here. So is A less than negative 3? So as we move this way, we're getting bigger as you move right. So negative 3 is actually smaller than A because A is here. So we're going to say false. The value of point B is greater than the value of point A. Here's A. B is greater because you move right. So that is true. The value of point D is negative 4. Here's D. Well, clearly it is not negative 4. It is regular 4, positive 4. So this is false. Raymond wants to know the cost of buying different numbers of songs for his MP3 player. The cost of each song is the same. Let S represent the possible number of songs. Let D represent the amount of money. All right, so we have number of songs 2, cost is $2.58. That's the only one we have both. So we've got to figure out if 2 songs cost $2.58, we need to take $2.58 and divide it by 2 to find out how much one song is. So it's saying that one song is $1.29. So all these ones that we know how many songs, we would just multiply how many songs, 7 songs, times $1.29, and that gives me 903. And then 11 songs times 129, which gives me 1419. Now, to go from the amount of money we spent to how many songs. So if we go from here to here by multiplying by 1.29, that means we go from here to here by dividing by 1.29. So we're going to take 5.16 and divide it by 1.29. We're going to get that this is 4 songs. And we're going to take 2193 and divide it by 1.29. And we're going to get that this is 17 songs. If you have any questions on this, please see me soon. Thanks.